What's up, people? You're watching Broadsea Entertainment. I have a special guest in the house today, Mrs. Kim Blackman. Well, it's not Mrs., it's Miss Kim Blackman. How are you
Me.
today?
I'm good. I'm really well. How are you?
Fantastic. This interview's been a long time coming. I know you've been in Australia, and I've been trying to collar you, been pestering you every 5 minutes, and finally we got you on. What's it like being back in the UK? Have to ask.
It's fucking cold. I'm freezing in my bones. Honestly, I'm waiting for summer to come. I need the sun. I feel like I'm a sun chaser. I need the sun. Definitely.
How long were you in Australia?
So I did 3 months. So it was just a holiday. Yeah. I'm
Just
like
that's moving in. 3 months. That's moving in. Wow.
I literally just went for 2 months because I thought, let's have a good start to the year. So I went over Christmas and New Year, and when you get a tourist visa, you can have it for 3 months. And I thought, oh, go on, I might as well stay another month. Why not?
Any romances out there?
No romances, no, just tanning, working out, and having a good time with my girls. That's that.
Okay. I get you. I get you. I get you. She had a good time. There's a reason why she stayed an extra month. We know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're back to reality. What is the plans for Kim Blackman?
Oh my God. So January this year, I got my certification for my personal trainer diploma. So that is what I'm getting ready to do this year. So I'm going to be fully involved and committed to my career of personal training. I want to get some gym bunnies. I want girls to feel sexy in their bikinis and their underwear again.
Mm.
And then some life coaching as well, because of course with PTing, you need the confidence to come with that as well. So I'm literally just offering a whole package just to feel like a fucking badass again.
That's brilliant. That's very admirable as well. To just want to help people, want to empower people. I must ask at the minute. You mentioned about the girls in their lovely gym outfits and stuff. A big thing at the minute in the gym culture is guys feeling like that, like this, when girls are coming in with their pink little shorts.
Listen, if the girls are walking into a gym, like full stop, the gym is very, it could be a scary environment. A lot of people
Okay.
don't like foot in gyms. So if a girl can walk in there with her booty shorts and she's got a body to show off, mate, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, 100%. To have the confidence to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Like people have been working hard on their bodies, so why can they not wear a pair of booty shorts to the gym? You know,
Hmm.
if you know when you walk in there as well that people may be looking, and that's a good confidence booster for people. It shows you have been working hard. So it can be a bit nerve-wracking, but I rate that 100%. I want to see your boot. If you've been working it out, yeah, strut yourself around the gym, fucking earned it.
Yeah, I think what made it go viral was there was this girl, and she set the camera up, and she obviously started to do her deadlift, and there was a guy, and you could quite clearly see from the video he was just sat behind, he was already sat behind her, and he was doing whatever he was doing, bicep curls on the bench or whatever it was, and she tagged him, oh, look at this pervert in the gym, sort of thing. And that's what made it go viral, and then it sort of just blew up. And now there's so many memes on TikTok, you've probably seen already, of guys like, a girl walks past them in some tiny little pink shorts, and they're just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
You can look without staring.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
I think also, it's about being a little bit humble as well. If you're squatting in a tiny pair of shorts, people are going to be looking and finding it attractive for you. So you need to kind of, give or take. People
Mhm.
are going to be looking. They might even stare. I would stare. I'd be like, fucking hell, she looks hot. Like, I'd probably stare. So
Yeah,
it,
women stare more than guys. Women stare more than guys. This
yeah,
this is my thing. Yeah, obviously, when I go to gym, I am quite disciplined and quite in control in terms of I try not to make anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys, girls, whatever, but especially girls. Like, I might have a peak. Like, sometimes you just have a little peak, whatever. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm pretty sure that's the same for most normal people. We're gonna have a little peak, and then we're gonna get back to our workout, sort of thing. But there are some guys that do spoil it for everyone else and give us a bad name, because there's some creepy guys in the gym. I've seen them. They just follow the girls around the gym, and they're just like, the girls are doing their thing and they're just like sipping their water like right behind them and stuff.
shame. It's really difficult as well to kind of differentiate it, because you could be staring at someone because you're like, right, oh, I've never seen that exercise before. How did she do it?
Hmm.
Or just kind of in awe of someone. So again, it's such a thin line. It's a thin line, but there needs to be like a gym code of, right, you can have a little look and a stare.
A peak.
Also, you need to understand that if you're attractive and you look stunning, people are going to look and stare, and just kind of keep it on a level that you're not taking the piss, but you can appreciate it at the same time as well. Gym etiquette.
And also, guys, Kim has just launched her YouTube channel, and she's going to be doing what's going to be popping on this YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about it. I want to hear all this exciting news. What's going on?
Pink booty short squatting in the gym.
Oh, pink squats, yeah. Oh, the pink squat workout. This basically, she got this workout. She got this workout ready for all you lovely ladies that want to get into those tiny little booty shorts. You do her workout. You do her workouts every morning, and within a month, you're going to be in them booty shorts. No matter
They
what.
are. I want to get everyone in them booty shorts. You know, it's for people just to feel good and be comfortable to wear something like that. I won't be working out in my booty shorts, but I'm going to be doing workouts and videos so people feel comfortable so they can wear theirs. You know, it's summer soon. Why can you not get your booty out in your little shorts?
Yeah, definitely. And her links will be in the description, guys. And let's we sort of jump straight into the action side of it. Let's find out a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about you. What was your upbringing like?
Okay, upbringing. So okay, I've got a bit of a story for you. So I had I used to have a twin brother. Unfortunately, he passed away 3 years ago. Because he took his own life. So as I grew up, like, he was my best friend when I was growing up. So I was one of the boys, really. I'm 37, so I was brought up in, you know, in the times where you would literally climb trees, you'd steal furniture from bins and go and make camps in the bushes and stuff. So I had a really good childhood, you know, absolute tomboy. It was natural just to be a tomboy, I guess, when I grew up. And then I went into sales. I used to have a sales job. I was there for literally 17 years. So it's the only job that I have on my CV. So this is why I ended up doing the PT after, because it was like, right, kind of been there, done that. I'm going to start giving back and helping. And my brother is one of those reasons as well, that I just wanted to give back and help people. So shitty relationships in the past with boys. I've had the worst luck ever. But other than that, yeah.
Okay. The problem with you is, and I see this straight away, you are one of the guys, and guys will really vibe with you, like really vibe you, really connect with you. But unfortunately, as you probably experienced already, the guys that are vibing with you, chilling with you, you know, pretending they're your friends, hiding in the friend zone. And obviously, have you lost any? I must ask, have you? A lot of girls are experiencing this in this day and age now. It's like they say, no, that's my friend, he wouldn't do that, me and him are lovely, we get on, and then their friend tries it on with them, and some girls literally feel heartbroken by it.
No, I don't have that. I do have a lot of friends that are boys. They've been my friends for years and years. So I don't cross that line, nor are my best mates with boys that I kind of have any feelings for. Like, boys as friends are friends, you know, and that's that. Like, there is a clear line. There's a clear line. You can't be besties with a boy that you fancy, or it doesn't work. It don't work. He's not your friend. It's uncomfortable. That's not my vibe. But I don't have that anyway.
Fair enough. You haven't experienced it yet. You haven't. Just don't phone the wrong friend and ask him for a lift home when you're drunk one night. A lot of girls have had that experience.
The thing is, they say, like, a boy, if you were to offer them and say, look, do you want to? They might be like, yeah, go on, why not? But listen. That's probably no disrespect. Probably the population of all men will probably say, yeah, go on then. Why not? Whether they're a friend or not, fuck it. If they're gonna get,
yeah. I suppose so, actually. When you say that, I do actually suppose so. You know, most guys, you know, if it's available on a plate, beautiful women, you know, they're not gonna turn it down, are they? To be fair, most guys, you know, even the ones with little Molly at home doing all the washing up and stuff, they might not even turn it down. To be fair, so.
Oh, damn! Sorry, Molly.
Okay. Just tell us a little bit more about you. I think we can divulge a little bit more into about you. I know you done sales and stuff, and you do seem like that really cool sort of saleswoman as well, sort of thing, that really sort of cheeky sort of sales girl behind the phones and stuff. What sort of stuff did you sell?
So I worked for a food packaging company. So it doesn't sound sexy. So I
Okay.
sold napkins, coffee cups, but I absolutely loved it. I worked my way through the company, worked from telesales through to an account manager. I'm the sales, like normal men, old fashioned sales people. They kind of, it's old fashioned. So the way I used to work is based on my relationship with people. So I wouldn't go and sell you something. I'd be in a position where you want to come to me before you go to anyone else. Just because, I would always give a reasonable price. I don't want to rip anyone off. There's no point in charging ridiculous pricing for anything because no one's going to come back. You want to kind of be even, honest, open about what you're doing, and build a good relationship with people. So that's how how I did so well during my sales stuff. So I used to be able to go into London, travel around the country, go and have a coffee. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was a good job. It was a good
Fair
job.
enough. Fair enough. And guys, we are treated here to a winner of a TV show. Tell us all about it. I know I feel bad I didn't do my research on this. I didn't do my research on it, but I'm gonna do my research on it, and we'll have to do a part two where I can act like I do remember the show vaguely based on what you told us. Tell us a little about your experience of winning the bridge.
Okay, so firstly, the Bridge Series 2 is on all four. You can catch up online still. I travelled to Vietnam January of last year. It was actually quite mad because it was just an advert on Facebook that said, do you want to test your resilience? Do you want to go to a tropical island? It was a Sunday and I was like, fuck it. Yeah, go on then, why not? Ended up getting through because obviously they wanted everyone on the show that had a bit of a story. So I spoke about my brother a lot and led with that. So we flew to Vietnam. I did not have a clue what we were signing up for. I thought I was going on Bear Grylls. So I was like, right, I'm going to be on a beach. I bought 30 bikinis. No, was it 30? No, I bought 20 bikinis. So I thought, right, every day I'm going to have a fresh bikini. I just had a vision of me on the islands, every day in a new bikini, going to be the hot toddy. And then I get there and they're like, right, you can take one. One bikini I was allowed to take with me, 4 pairs of knickers, 4 bras, the clothes I was in that I chose to wear, and then they give me a Mac, some beautiful red salmon t-shirts, and then some combats. And we literally lived on an island we did have electricity because we had lights, but literally that's it. They said you can take a luxury item. I took my fucking hairdryer. No plugs, no use for it whatsoever. Everyone was laughing at
One
me
second, sorry.
about my hairdryer.
Your hairdryer.
So I took a hairdryer. Other team members took things like sentimental stuff like photos and pillows, and there's me with a redundant hairdryer. Literally, I couldn't do a thing with it. So we were against another team. So it was North Beach and South Beach, and we literally were racing from these different islands. We didn't know that either of us existed at first. And we had to build a 1,000-foot bridge made out of bamboo, all the way to Fortune Rock, we had 12 days to build it. So we was working 18-hour days. We had to make our food on a fire. There was lots of twists and turns in it. It was insane. It was the best experience of my life. So we ended up, our team won, South Beach won. We had to build the bridge before the other team and then get to the other side and all cross. And then the winner came down to everyone voting who they thought earned, I guess, the prize fund. So it started at 200,000 by the time we got across the bridge, it was 175. So I won only just about. So I got 3 votes, and then we had Sean and Lauren that each got 2 votes. So once I'd won and they voted for me too, they gave me the option to share the prize fund, the 175, which I did. I shared. Now, a lot of people, because I'd met someone on the show, we're really, really good friends now. I don't regret it. We didn't end up staying in a relationship. So everyone was saying it was really hard. I still battle with it now. Everyone says, oh, why did you share? I wouldn't have shared. But you know what? I feel like there was 12 solid days. We all worked just as hard as each other. I didn't deserve it any more than anybody else. And Sean was the closest person, the one that I'd built a connection with on the team. I couldn't not share it with anyone. You know, if he wasn't there, I definitely would have shared it with someone else, or even the whole team if I could have. Because I know it's a lot of money, but I think, you know, to spend 24 hours a day with each other, all built a 1,000-foot bridge. You know, like the bamboo were like 20 kilos each, and we had to have like 30 per raft that we had to make. So the work was insane that we had to do, and I felt like if I could, the money didn't really matter. Is, you know, money comes and goes. Everybody deserved it there, so I don't regret my decision, but I'm constantly fighting. Everyone says, "Oh, why did you share it? You're not even together." And it's like, listen, if I went back, I'd do it again.
Yeah,
I'd do it again.
definitely. I think
He deserved it.
you're in that situation, you're in a competition together, working with each other every day. I think it's different if it's like a really rational decision, like someone gives you a suitcase of £1 million and said, look, you can share this, or you can phone this guy up, share the money with him, or you can hang up on him and take that money home. I think that's an easy decision. But when you spend that time with people, you know, it's the teamwork, the team ethics, and everything comes into play there as well, sort of, you know. So was there any low moments in the show where you thought, I can't do this?
Oh, never. I'm such a hard worker. I'm so competitive that it was like, just keep going. We weren't allowed to work until the night. So as soon as Aldo, who was one of the presenters, said, right, you can work through the night, I was like, I'm ready. I just needed to win. I just wanted our team to win and get over there before the other side. So I would have done anything, I guess, really. So cards, of course, because I couldn't wash my hair. I had no makeup, you know, a redundant hairdryer. Showering was with cold water, or we'd had to heat it on a fire. And then I was literally covered in bruises. Even though there was food supplied, we had rations within our kitchen that we lived from. We all lost so much weight. I was covered in bruises, you know, carrying bamboo and whatnot. The damage on your hands, because you had to tie it with rope. So everybody had rope burns. So the whole thing was really hard. But I think what helped me is I've done my farm work in Australia. I did my agricultural work to extend my visa a few years ago. Now, packing fruit is like, if you don't pack to what they tell you to do, they'll just fire you and get someone in. So that was the hardest work I've ever done. So I was already prepared to build a bridge.
Fair enough.
To give my try. I knew I had it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see why you won, because you've got that really sort of bubbly character, you know, and positivity just like beams from you, you know. So I can see why people would be happy to nominate you as their winner, you know. So guys, make sure we check out the bridge on, is it More For?
All four, yeah. You can get it all for series 2.
Okay, series 2. I'm definitely going to watch it, and what I might actually do is, to make myself look professional and organised, I might actually watch it, edit some bits, and put it into this interview, so we can actually see you hard at work in the show, sort of. And yeah.
Don't recognise me. I swear.
We won't recognise you, no?
No. I'm in the barn. I'm in the barn, and I'm half asleep majority of the time.
Fair enough. Yeah, you was mentioning that as well. Actually, something we spoke about off there slightly. No regrets. No regrets at the moment.
No children. No. I'm. You know, I think there's a lot of pressure at my age to have kids and be settled down and stuff. But I kind of I've led a different life. You know, I've been able to travel. I've got so many experiences under my belt that I feel there's a lot of pressure for everybody, and I think if that was my life and it was meant to be, that's what I would be doing.
1 second, sorry.
So no, I don't have kids. I'm old fashioned. I want to settle down and be with that one person and have kids with them. I haven't been that hasn't obviously amounted to me being in a relationship at present or having any kids, but that's obviously not the path. I'm not led by that. You know, as long as I'm happy, you know, living life, then that will come at the right time. My mum had me when she was 40, me and my twin brother. So I've got heaps of time. You're either having them young or you're having them old nowadays. So there's no rush.
Definitely. I've had mine young. So my youngest child is 12 now. So, you know, my oldest is 15. So, you know, my
I
time...
knew you were kids. As soon as you said Rugrats, I know you were traumatized by having children. I knew it.
No, honestly, it's challenging, but obviously, it's very rewarding in one way or the other. It's very rewarding sometimes, but you've got plenty of time, like you said, and sometimes it's just not like, sometimes people it's just not, and it is their paths just don't align with, having children, and it's not, it depends on the person really. If some women are dying to have children, some women ain't, and some people just ain't. If it happens, it happens, like basically what you said.
Yeah, that's me. Like it, yeah, I'm not stressed. There's no pressure. Obviously, being my age, I feel like people wondering, have you not had kids and whatnot, but some people just don't. And if I can't have kids, then I'll adopt. I'll keep my slim body. Everyone in my family, as soon as they've had kids, that's it. The weight's on. That's not going to sell my PT courses to anybody.
Fair
So,
enough, fair enough. All right, we'll jump into the fitness side of it. I know you said obviously you've got your YouTube channel launch now. You're going to be banging content on there. So loads of PT stuff, loads of advice. Anything else you want to sort of like? Because I think one of the things is as well with people when it comes to fitness is obviously there's so much stuff online, and you can type ab workout, you can type this, you can type that, and you can find it on YouTube, whatever. But I think one of the hardest things is obviously getting people motivated. So as a PT, like how do you get someone motivated that isn't motivated?
do you know what? It starts with your relationship with someone, because not a lot of people, well, like, we're supposed to be working out at least 3 times a week without fail. I think it's just about building a relationship with someone, and then they want to see you, because when you do have a personal training session with someone, you tend to be their counselor. Like when you go to a hairdresser and you let everything out,
Hmm.
you're going to have, that's what happens with you when you're PTing clients as well. So it's about, I guess it's just not, I'm very brutal about anything. It's right. If you want to keep fit, it's not just keeping fit once or twice a week. It's a full lifestyle change. You need to be doing your 10,000 steps. You need to be eating healthily. It's something that obviously takes time to get into routine with. But I think once you start feeling good and seeing changes, that's motivation in itself. So it is difficult to motivate some people, but I think it's about building your relationship and then holding them accountable, because when someone's got on their ass, and they have to be accountable for doing things, it's a lot easier to get something done rather than being left willy-nilly. Because if someone wants to train at home and they got me ringing up and saying, right, have you trained? What time of day are you free? And then I'm on the phone or sending a message saying, right, train now. And then you don't want to let me down because we've got such a good relationship. You're going to feel bad. So having someone make you feel accountable, I feel like that definitely helps.
Definitely.
But
And with the joys of technology and YouTube now, with your YouTube channel, you're actually able to go live, and you can go live, and then and you actually do one-to-ones with people as well if that's what you want to do. So say like if you've got a client or something, you can say, right, I'm going to go live with you right now with my phone, and we're going to do this workout live together. So it's a way of reaching out to people without actually having to sort of like get right out there.
I want to do as much as I can. I think everybody has an issue with how they look.
Hmm.
Not everybody, I won't say everybody, but it's very, social media and whatnot, there's a lot more pressure on now than there was a while ago. So I just want to help people feel better. I'm a life coach as well, so I want to build confidence. So I think that's the benefit that people get with my courses. I'm not just working you out. We're going to look at your mind, you feeling confident, and then getting out there and I just want to see people smashing it. That's what my purpose is. I'm here to make people feel amazing, and I want to see people doing well and not have the pressures of the world on their shoulders. Just, go at it, do it, get fit, look insane in your underwear, and become a gym bunny. Gym
Mm,
bunny. I think that might be what
nice.
business now. Gym bunnies.
Gym bunnies, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. I think like you touched on it a little bit there. The hardest thing sometimes for fitness is like people to get fit is obviously not letting their mood or not letting their life situation affect their relationship with their bodies. And that is so easily said. If you're depressed, if you're going through some hard stuff, like some men at the minute, some serious stuff with men, and I won't touch on it, but you know what I mean. Women as well, but it's life is very stressful at the minute, and for people, and especially with the cost of living. Every time the cost of living goes up, there's a direct link to sort of people that to end up making a bad decision, or make a
Yeah.
decision, you know what I mean. But so it's very difficult. I mean, so I think if for a personal trainer, I think they're going to be constantly battling that. It's like someone says to you, I've lost my uncle, how I don't feel like working out, sort of thing. Like, how would you sort of like maybe deal with that challenge, and maybe
Oh, look at you putting me on the spot. Right.
it's
Okay.
challenging. It's challenging.
So I've been, do you know what? I guess because I've lost someone so close to me, I
Yeah.
know that I can be very relatable. So I think for me, I'd probably say, take yourself. You don't need to work out today. One workout that you miss isn't going to make too much of an impact. But you know what? Go and clear your mind. It's all about self-love and self-care. It's so important nowadays. So if ever you're going through anything like that, go and take yourself out for a walk. Or if not, just feel and be in your feelings. Because I feel like, there's tragedies in life that you can't really avoid, and keeping busy sometimes kind of not necessarily avoids, but it can stop you from actually grieving properly. And I'm an advocate for, do you know what, if you're feeling down and having a shit day, get in your feelings, give yourself a time scale of, right, okay, I'm going to give myself today to feel all in my feelings about this, and tomorrow I'm just going to take baby steps. So I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'll do a 10-minute workout rather than a half-hour workout. Like anything little always makes a difference. So you just got to be compassionate, I guess, really. And also, I bet be someone's listening here,
Yeah,
just
definitely,
hear how they.
definitely. You see, what you just said there, though, is something that's like, not everyone's able to do it. It's like what you just said in terms of like, if you're feeling bad, say to yourself, right, I'm gonna feel shit for just today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna pick myself up. Some people, that's a sort of skill and a mindset that positive people have only. Like negative
Yeah,
people, and you're a very positive and bubbly person. I can see that straight away. But some people don't have that skill. It's like when I was going through my situations and sort of bad situations in my life, I was able to say I felt shit at the time, but I was able to say, right, I feel shit at the time. It wasn't a day. I said, right, no, give me 2 weeks, give me 3 weeks, and I'm going to be set where I want to be and on a path to where I want to be.
yeah, but
But
I mean, that's a time scale that you can give yourself. Some things take a lot longer than others to heal. It's just about being aware that we all do go through shit, and it's okay to have a down day, a down week, or however long it may be. It's always about just talking to people and having that support, I guess, around you. Well, whatever it is.
And not everything is what people see. Like so many people, they get fooled by social media. They see people living their best life apparently on TikTok and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to do this on Instagram. Oh, I'm going to do this, going to do that, and they had to post. They had to take 30 photos with 10 different filters to try and get that perfect picture, just to sort of portray this happiness out there, sort of thing. And it's like some people at the minute, like I recently met someone recently, and they were just stuck behind their social media presence, and they just couldn't. They were just hiding behind it. Oh, this is me. I'm glamorous and la 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 la. But deep down inside, they're dying. So
It's a difficult one. It's difficult. It's so very good that mental health is it's talked a lot more about. And I think hopefully over time it's going to be more comfortable, and people won't necessarily shy away from it anymore. We've all, like, I've had down days. When I lost my brother, it took me 2 years to get through that. So we all cope differently, and it's difficult. Everyone on Instagram is, everyone's looking great, and you feel like you're not doing so well, but it's just about educating each other, I guess, really. Growing up, even talking about social media at schools, they need to change the curriculum at schools to kind of be up to date with the world.
yeah.
Because then if you're aware, like if how to pay bills, for instance, you don't learn that at school. That's just something as you get as an adult that you kind of try and master yourself. There's a lot of life skills that I think should be brought into education at school that would necessarily make a difference to how things are perceived, I guess, on social media and in life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I'm 3 years older than you, so we grew up in the same sort of generation. We didn't have all these fancy technologies. Our brains weren't zombified by these freaking apps and phones and swiping. These kids, they can't even focus. Like, I don't know what's going to happen for this generation of children, because their attention span is zero. Like when I was younger, I could watch a movie and be chilling watching that movie and be involved in it. Nowadays, you see the kids, they're watching the movie and they're swiping. It's like they have to do they have to be swiping. They have to
Yeah.
be swiping something, it's really bad. And God knows what it's gonna have planned for them, because
It's difficult. It is difficult, but yeah, I don't even know what to say on that because I'll put a movie on and scroll on my phone as well.
this is what I mean. These things are taking our minds, our fully adult minds. They're taking our adult minds, let alone the poor children.
No.
Bless you, bless you. Anyway, Kim, we're at the last minute of the show. This is the time where you can throw questions at me and I'll throw questions back at you. We'll go 2 questions each. Go. You can start.
Oh my God! See, you should have prepared me for this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a pause in this. I got to think about something. I got to think about.
No, I'll cut out the bits where I was unprofessional and didn't charge my headset. I won't check out this bit.
Obviously. All right. Okay. All right. This is quite a popular question. If you had one day to live, this is your last day. What would you do with your day, and who would be there with you? If you had one, oh, we're gonna make it complicated. One person, and what would you do on your last day?
Oh, that's a tough one. I got 3 kids. I can't answer that question.
You're all behind. You got Rugrats anyway. It'd be a lucky escape.
One person. That's a tough one. I can't say my kids. Otherwise, one of them watch this, they'll be like, "What the hell?" I'll say a date with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay. What does that entail?
That
Come on, we
entails
need
us.
now.
That entails a lovely Australian beach. Kim Kardashian coming out of the water, looking fabulous, splashing wet. Then me coming up to her, rubbing her over a towel, getting her nice and dry, rubbing some lotion all over her.
Over 18. This looks like this is gonna get some details. I'm a little bit excited.
And then basically, anyone that's seen the Ray J Kim Kardashian video, basically that's what happened after.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, my question for you: something you know now that you wish you knew 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. 5 years ago.
Whenever, like within a five, well, whenever, 10 years ago, whenever. Something you know now that you wish you knew years ago.
Okay, being individual and running with exactly who you are is probably one of the most beautiful things and brave things that you can do and be.
Definitely, and I say this to my kids all the time. So many people. Yes, there's the popular kids, and it's lovely to be involved with the popular kids if you naturally fit into that circle. But most of the people that naturally fit into that popular kids circle, they're not being themselves, and they end up those people that they end up in school with, just hanging around, being idiots with, whatever, being the popular kids. Later on in life, they're not going to be their friends.
No, no.
You're just suppressing yourself. You're better off if you're a weirdo, if you're whatever, just be that
Oh,
weirdo, and
yeah.
you'll find weirdo friends that will come into they will come into your circle and they'll become your proper friends, and that's something that's
Everyone
very
loves
important.
You need variety in your friendship group. But my friendship group, we're all so very different and individual. We all, on a night out, we'd all look. One of us would look like we're going to a bar. One would look like we're going to a zoo. We're all that individual, and you just have to, take all the good elements from people. There's something beautiful in having variety in your friends and weirdos. I love a weirdo.
And that wraps up the show, guys. This was Kim Blackman. Make sure we all go over to our YouTube channel. Loads of fitness videos are coming. Loads of daily inspirational quotes. I'm imagining all sorts of fancy stuff coming. Kim, I'll leave the last words with you. How was your time?
It was amazing. Thank you. I'm blessed to be on here. This is my first podcast, first time I'm doing YouTube videos. So I'm hoping I've got a whole year that I'm going to fully focus on my career. So Hopefully you'll be seeing me all soon. All over your TikTok, all over your YouTube. I'm fucking taking it on. We're doing this.
Boom. Boom. Kim Blackman, people, check her out on YouTube. Peace.